Welcome back, everybody, to episode 48 of The Return. I am Toasty FM. If you do not know who I am, follow the channel. But today we have a massive game. I say that a lot. I say this is the most important game of the season. This game that we're about to have could be a title decider. It could be. That's how important it is. And I'll explain why. So, obviously, we're playing Olimpia Ljubljana, who are second, just 2 points behind us. And you'd think that the reason they are so close to us is because we've had a bad couple months. But that is not true. Up until about the last 2 weeks. So, you saw us beat Koper in yesterday's episode. And we continue that with wins against Alumni Kidričevo, Bravo, and Gorica. And at that point, and then we drew against Mura away from home. They're a good team this season. They're in 5th place. Not the worst result in the world, right? So at that point, I was thinking, okay, we've won. So after this game, I believe we were up 5 points. And we had 1, 3, and drew 1. So we had 10 out of a possible 12 points. So at that point, I'm thinking, all right, we got to be pulling away from Ljubljana. We have to be. We're playing excellently, right? So I checked the standings, and they were still 5 points off us. If you look at their record since the winter break, it's fantastic, right? So on the same day we beat Koper, they drew. Okay, so at that point, 5 points difference. And they have not dropped a point since that in the league, right? They had a very tough draw against Roma. You know, they didn't get through that. That's fair to them. But in the league, they have beat Bravo, Gorica, Mura, Valenj, Domžal, and they're kicking ass. 2-0, 3-2, 4-0, 2-0, 3-1. These guys are on fire. And then we lost at home to Rudar Valenj. Just weren't ready. A slight bit of rotation. Habib had to play in there for Gorencher. Pantelic was in there, but we have to expect players of this quality to do better. And so that puts us in a very precarious position in today's game. We are away at the second best team in the league with a 2-point lead. So a loss today means we can lose our spot at the top of the table that we have held the entire season. We have been in first place the entire season. After every single game, we have found ourselves at the top of the mountain. And that might not be true after today's game. It's going to be extremely important that we get a good result in today's game. So Gorencher did not play, and Prelic did not play in that last game against Rudar Valenj. Plantak has also been out injured. He scored a double in a very good victory here against Gorica. Dolček getting a double, Plantak getting a double, and then in the last minute, I think, 90-plus minute in, Plantak picked up a knock, and he was out 4 or maybe 6 to 8 weeks or something like that, a long time. And so he's still out. Gorencher also picked up a knock. That's why Habib was in there. Prelic had also picked up a knock, a twisted knee, so he was out of that game. Yes, we had a lot of injuries in that squad, right? But this is why we bought all these players. This is why we brought in, we brought them in expectation of playing in Europe, and I wanted a strong squad. But at the same time, we have enough good players, enough quality players, that losing at home should not be an option. And so, unfortunately, it puts us in the position we're in, right? So, let's get into lineup. See who's, obviously, you see who's not going to play. Prelic is going to be ready, but no Plantek, no Gorencher. For the majority of the season, we have been riding high, with our performances in the league. Really, we've had 3 missteps all season, really. The 2 games against Ljubljana, that game against Roar Valenche, and the games that knocked us out of Europe. Other than that, we've been pretty much perfect. And so the fact that now, 3/4 of the way into the season, we still have to fend off opponents when we've been so fantastic is very frustrating. But Filipovic in goal, Matko, Vidmer, Zeljkovic, and Gliha making up the back line. Grasforner in for Plantek in there. Glavcic in the side. Dolcek on the left. Ernst Habib at the 10. Yazbek on the right. And Prelic are a fantastic goal scorer. I believe he's probably top goal scorer in the league again this season. As he should. He is fantastic. But we're going to need an excellent performance here today. It's great that he scores a lot of goals against the minnows of this league, but I need him to show up against the second best team in the league, the defending champions. They are looking to defend their title, and I want to play this game if my... There we go. But yeah, like, they're looking to defend their title, and we have to, stick our foot on the neck of the Dragons here today, away from home. Even if it was at home, we could say, we can do some things, but away from home, it's going to be very difficult. We are in our yellow, Ljubljana in the green, dominating the ball early, which is typical for us. We always dominate the ball. We are our possession-based side. We dominate possession. But that didn't really mean much in our first outing against this team. Our first, in the 2 outings in November and December. They are coming back as though, possession-wise, they are playing a fairly similar formation as us. They are playing 2 central midfielders, so our midfielders are a little bit deeper. Bascara here. Where? There was no push! Referee, there was no push. He missed his header. It's not Vidmer's fault. Oh. Come on, Filipovic. Darn it. Still a lot of game left to go, but not a great start. We give away a penalty. But we have a highlight right after, so hopefully this will restore our lead at the top of the table. Not a good ball in there. Oh, we should have been 2-0 down, losing the ball on that wing. Got to demand more out of this team. Just not happening. Gorencher is such an amazing player in that number 10 spot. I feel like not having him in there has been such a loss for the squad. We're just unable to create pressure. It's so frustrating. I think I got to bring in these players here into the center of midfield. Box to box there. Deep lying there. Hopefully that'll put some pressure, because at the moment Gorencher, with the way he plays in that number 10 spot, he puts pressure on the opponents. But right now, that is just not true at all about this team at the moment. Store here. Can we just win the ball back? Can we just get into halftime, please? Darn it. Hopefully, these fouls do not come back to bite us. Struggled for possessions, in the final third, I think that's what it said. So hopefully pushing up those midfielders into the center of midfield, not being so deep, will help us out a little bit. It has resulted in a few more shots. We are dominating here in the second half, it looks like, statistically. But I may make a change here. I'm concerned about these yellow cards we're picking up. We're being more aggressive, which is nice. Matko here. Matko is going to put a cross in. We find Glavchich. Yes! Dolchek. What? For what? Offside? Where? Oh, come on. That's not offside. Oh, come on. Get out of here, man. Oh. Dolchek deserved a goal there. Should have had it. How he did not score is just beyond me. We will be bringing Belgian here. And Girdle's going to be coming in for Dolchek on the left. Girdle has shown some flashes. Next in might be Rogelj for Yazbek. We really can't risk losing this game. Losing would be absolutely devastating. I cannot overstate how important it is to not lose. Horvat here. Can we win the header? No. We're just not playing like a championship team at the moment. The injuries have hurt us tremendously, and we're going to lose 2 games in a row again. Ljubljana hurting us so much. Just end the game. I don't want a consolation goal. I don't give a shit about consolation goal. Just end it. Just end it. Just end the game, man. Just end the game. I don't really want to look at this anymore. This referee has screwed us today. Given a penalty to our opponents. And unfairly ruled our goal offside. Now is just making us watch this game, for some reason. And there we go. I am not a fan of this referee. After all the work we've put in so far this season, to be in second place is just so frustrating. It's just so frustrating. We have 4 losses this season. 3 of them are against the same team. Wow. There's still a lot of games left this season, which is the silver lining. We have guys coming back. Hopefully, Plantek and Garenscher can come back as soon as possible. Not having them clearly is having a massive negative influence on this team right now. We're missing the creativity and the fear that Garenscher can put in on our opponents. And that rock that Plantek is in the midfield next to Glavchich. Just we're missing something out of this squad, and it's clear by their performance last couple games. Darn. They're still so. What is it? So we're 29 games into the season. In total, we're gonna play. We should play 38. So. Or no, 36. So we have 7 games left in the season. 7 games left in this season. And we're not going to play any of the teams that we've lost to the rest of the season. So we've lost to Ljubljana 3 times and Valenj once. And we're not playing any of those teams the rest of the season. We have our rivals, Domzal, my personal rivals, the team I hate. But every other team we've beat this season, and we haven't lost to this season. So hopefully that's a good thing. And the 5 teams that Ljubljana have lost to is us once, Kidričevo twice, Mura once, and Domzal once. So you know, if you were to ask me who's more likely to drop points this season, they're also in the Cup semifinal. So there's still a lot to go on the rest of the season, but still losing that game is so frustrating. Just so frustrating. So hopefully we'll be good the rest of the season, and we'll be ready. We'll be ready to take back our lead at the top of the table, but it's going to take a lot of work from us. So come back, not tomorrow, but Monday for this game against Kidrichevo. And we'll see. Are we back at the top of the table? Back at the top of the heap? Or maybe we'll just come back here for Mura and Bravo, a little double up. I'll see what happens in the next couple games. It might just depend on how this looks. So, but thank you guys for watching. That's all I have to say. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Comment down below. And take care of yourselves.